Departing now is your heavily delayed 11:46 LNER Azuma service from Leeds to Edinburgh Waverley. Welcome back to another video. Today we're here at Carlisle. So today we'll be seeing services by LNER, Avanti West Coast, Northern, Transpennine Express, ScotRail, if I go up to the other end, and potentially some freight as well. Due to engineering works going on between Newcastle and Edinburgh, services are being diverted here with LNER, making the additional stop at Carlisle. Anyways, welcome to Carlisle for the first time literally ever. Arriving in now, not long after the Azuma left, are a dual pair of Northern Trains 158 working a terminating service from Leeds via Settle, going along the Settle and Carlisle line. 158 870 is at the front. This should work. And also arriving in now is a Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino. I believe working a service to Glasgow Central. 158902 is on the rear of this. I think he's scheduled. This guy is scheduled to arrive. Platform format's weird here, but I believe he's due to come across into here. This Pendolino, yep, he is. So arriving in now, we'll have a Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, working a service from, I believe, Birmingham New Street to Glasgow Central. Here is the Pendolino. And often we see one of these, 390 136, going to Glasgow Central. Next calling point of this service will be Motherwell. So departing now shortly should be your 1208. City of Coventry will be your 1208 Avanti West Coast service from Edinburgh Waverley via Haymarket to London Euston. City of Coventry 390 136 from Birmingham New Street to Pendolinos. This is cool and fun. After now, I believe it's your 1207 Northern Train service, working a service to Whitehaven, 156 480. And I believe departing shortly will be your 1208 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. Departing now is your 1208 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from Birmingham New Street. Anyways, yeah, we got 1208 from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. This Pendolino should also be due to leave now as well. Okay, it's due to leave since 1206. Weird why he hasn't yet. Oh, Transpennine.
There's a West Coast shed coming to me as well.
What time?
25 past.
Yeah.
Late up.
Yeah, he is running late. Arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 397 working service from Manchester Airport to Scarborough, Glasgow. No, from Liverpool Lime Street to Glasgow Central. Lockerbie and also Motherwell. 397 001. To Glasgow Central from Liverpool Lime Street. Passing through now is a GBRF Class 66 working a service from Hepscott Junction to Carlisle North Yard, 66 720. Was closer. Also, the Avanti West Coast Pendolino is still being held here. I'm not too sure why it's been held here. Probably because I just don't have the road. Probably because of this, and potentially also other diverts. Off he goes, bound for Carlisle North Yard. Arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 802 working as service from Manchester Airport to Edinburgh. 802 to 11. Next will be Lockerbie and then Haymarket. (802 to 11) working as service to Edinburgh Waverley. Departing now is 12:25 Northern train service working as service to Leeds via Settle along the Settle Carlisle line. 158902. Worked by a 4-car, but it's now being worked by a 2-car train all the way down to Leeds. (158902) working a service towards Leeds via Settle. Departing now empty out of platform something is 158870 working a service to a depot somewhere. (158870) working an empty service. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern train service from Newcastle. I'm going to take a picture of that because I can. Oh, 158870. I don't know what he's doing then. Is there a platform behind that wall? There must be.
Yeah, there is.
Did not know that. So he's not working a service from Newcastle. He could easily just be shunting back into Carlisle. Off he goes, maybe further north. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern trains 156472 working a service from Newcastle. (156472) from Newcastle. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern train service from Whitehaven. Also there's the 1240 LNER Azuma service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross, I believe. (156449). Departing now is 800-103, working the 1240 LNER Azuma service from Edinburgh Waverley via Carlisle to London King's Cross. 800-103. After York, this train will go non-stop to London King's Cross. Corning point, and you'd hope in an hour's time would be Newcastle, but considering how the service from Newcastle into Carlisle went, I really doubt it. (800-103) working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. The scoring point will be Newcastle. He goes down to the Cumbrian line. I'm not too sure though. Almost Newcastle. Departing now, over 40 minutes late, will be your 1208 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. 390-118. Also arriving in now behind is another Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino working a service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. Next stop will be the Lake District. 390-118. And also arriving in now is 390-123, working a service to Glasgow Central. Also approaching shortly should be a 1250 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. He's been out that long, the other Glasgow train's caught up. (390-123) to Glasgow Central. And departing now is your delayed 12:30. Yeah, we delayed 12:33 Transpennine Express service from Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. 397-008. to Manchester Airport. Departing now is a Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino bound for London Euston from Glasgow Central, and departing now is 156-472 to Nunthorpe. (390-107). 156-472 lost to Nunthorpe. Next stop for this, it does not actually say. Oh, next stop will be Penrith. (390-107) bound for London Euston from Glasgow Central. Arriving in now is the, what time service is this? The 13:05 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Edinburgh Waverley, and right behind arriving is another Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino working the 13:06 from Glasgow Central. Won't be seeing any of the special Pendolinos today, I believe. Pride one's not running and the other one's in Manchester. 390-040. (390-040) to Edinburgh Waverley. Departing now will be your 13:06 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. Also, the heavily delayed Pendolino was actually running from Edinburgh, so I don't know where I got Glasgow from. (390-122). Next calling point will be the Lake District again. Penny the Pendolino. (390-122) bound for London Euston from Glasgow Central. Arriving in now for I think our first diver that I've not got off will be your 13:26 LNER Azuma service to Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. 800-101 is on this. He'll now go electric straight to Edinburgh, so he can now turn off his diesel engine. I believe he's got crew changed here, potentially, because there is quite a significant layover here. 800-101 working a service to Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. Arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 397 working a service to Glasgow Central. 397 006. She's working his 1318 service, so he's already running late. That also here is the 1319 LNER Azuma service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Should be due to leave in a minute now. Off he goes, bound for Glasgow Central. Departing now is your 1219 LNER Azuma service, working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross, formed of a dual pair of 5-car Azumas. (800-207s) at the front. (800-207 with 801-108). Goes 801-207 and 801-108 to London King's Cross from Edinburgh Waverley. Departing now is your 1324 Northern Train service, working a service to Whitehaven. Uh, 156449 working a service to Whitehaven, down here at Carlisle. Departing now with his tail lights on is 156484 working a service to Heaton. (156-454) working service to Heaton, down here at Carlisle. Pass through now is a Class 37 dragging a 769 working a service from Allerton Depot to Kilmarnock. Oh, he's coming from platform 3. 37884. This 769 has been lost. Cepheus. (37884) with 769458. Departing now is your 1333 Transpennine Express service from Edinburgh Waverley to Manchester Airport. (397-012). Also arriving in now are a dual pair of Northern Trains 156s. I'm not too sure where they're coming from. Working a service from Nunthorpe. 397-012 is off to Manchester Airport, and here it is. 156440 terminating here at Carlisle. With 156483. William George, William Hardy.
Billy, in quotation marks.
Here they are working a terminating service from Nunthorpe. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern Trains 156, 156, 468, I think that is. Yeah, 156, 468. He is working a service from, not Dumfries, from Whitehaven. (156-468) terminating from Whitehaven. Departing now is your 1350 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. It's now delayed by 3 minutes. £391.53 with a nice tone from the driver there, thank you very much. Next stop will be the Lake District again. £391.53 working the service to London Euston from Glasgow Central. Departing now is your 1354 Northern train service to Whitby, starting here at Carlisle, 156483. Oh, things are a bit wet on that 156. William George Hardy. And 156 440 on the rear, working a service to Whitby via Newcastle. Arriving in now is 158 868, working a terminating service from Sheffield. This will be working a later service into Nottingham, which will then take just over 4 hours. 158 861 is on the rear. 158 861 working service from Sheffield. Departing now is 156 468. With a nice two-tone from the driver there, thank you very much. You got a Whitehaven. Yeah, but he's working the 2 o'clock service to Whitehaven. Goes back for Whitehaven. Arriving in now is your 1410 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. Formed of a bi-mode 10-car LNER Azuma, so we've got 2 5 cars slotted together. Sorry for the dodgy camera work. We can now go electric all the way to Edinburgh. Coming in onto platform number 3. 800 203. Calling point, what I believe will be Edinburgh Waverley. I don't think this will stop at Haymarket. 800 203 of 801 103. If you're enjoying the video here so far at Carlisle, we are still here for quite a while, then please leave a like and subscribe, it does help the channel a lot. Off he goes, bound for Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. And he's hit a bird. Departing now are your dual pair of LNER Azumas, working a service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. It's fine, 3 minutes early. Not surprised considering he was drop off. Also arriving in now should be your 1406 Avanti West Coast service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. Pick up when he's arriving in. Departing now will be your delayed 1406 Avanti West Coast service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. This one goes via Birmingham New Street. 390-124, have a nice tone from the drive there, thank you very much. Next stop will be Penrith. Also arriving in behind is another Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino, working a service to Glasgow Central. (390-124) bound for London Euston from Glasgow Central. Oh, that's a good shot. And also arriving in now is 390-001, working a service to Glasgow Central. I believe, yep, he's working a heavily delayed 1354 to Glasgow Central. B together, ha ha ha, that's funny. (390-001) working a service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. Arrived in now is, I believe, your 1420? Your 1417 LNER Azuma service from Aberdeen to London King's Cross. Departing down there is now your heavily delayed 1354 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. Also, as worth noting, this lovely buy mode. Just buy this 800 switch to diesel, as he is just the normal 9 car. And also arriving in shortly will be your, also believe today, yep, you delayed 1403 9047 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. I'll pick up on the clip when he arrives in. Departing now will be your 1419 LNER Zuma service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Firing up on all cylinders on diesel power now until Newcastle, and then you can go straight electric to London. 800-107. Coach Bravo and Coach Charlie. Coach Golf, Coach Hotel, Coach Juliet. Next corner point will be Newcastle. Coach Kilo. There's the diesel engine. Coach Lima. And then I believe this is the back one. Coach Mike. 800-107 working a service to London King's Cross from Edinburgh Waverley. Now going to do a quick platform change. Actually, no, I don't think I am. Nope, we're not. Because arriving in now is your Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. It's going pretty solid for a Pendolino, despite going 125, quite a lot of it. Oh, that's mint. Sorry, it didn't look that good, but that just looked mint. With a better camera, yes, that would look amazing. I believe this is a 11 car Pendolino. We've got 390-135. Next corner point of this service will be Motherwell. Got a nameplate on this one. I think I've been missing a few of the nameplates, so I just haven't been seeing them at all. City of Lancaster. Also, if you've never been to Carlisle, this is my first time personally at Carlisle, because as far as I've gone, I've been to the United Kingdom. I would definitely recommend it if you have the time to spend here and if you have the time to get back, because this station is remarkable. 390-135 working a service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. And we're going to take a short mini break where we won't be long. Arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 397 working a service to Edinburgh Waverley from I actually don't know. From Manchester Airport to Edinburgh Waverley. $397,002 working a service to Edinburgh Waverley from Manchester Airport. You also notice we've now switched platform onto platform number 3. I'm just flowing with platforms. Over there is very good, but I just want to try new things. But anyways, off you go, man, for Edinburgh Waverley. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern Trains Class 156, working a service from Middlesbrough on platform number 6. 156447. And here are the 158s that are going to eventually be going into Nottingham. And here he is terminating from Middlesbrough. Arriving in now is a 5-car Class 397 working a service from, I believe, Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. Yeah, this guy is working 1 Mike 88, the 1435 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport from Glasgow Central. Departing now is your 1435 Transpennine Express service from Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. You know me, I probably would have caught that up. Oh no, Glasgow to Manchester Airport. 397,004. This is indeed a service to Manchester Airport. I believe his next calling point is Penrith for the North Lakes and then Oxenholme Lake District. 397,004 to Manchester Airport from Glasgow Central. Arriving in now is your 1449 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. 39127. We'll catch 39127 when it's due to depart. Arriving in now on platform number 2 is a terminating Northern train service working a service from Whitehaven. Also due to depart shortly will be your 1449 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Glasgow Central. As you notice, it is becoming quite, let's say, well, it looks like it's going to rain. 156480 has came back. Royal Air Force, 100 years of the Royal Air Force, and the nameplate is Spirit of Royal Air Force, I think. Spirit of the Royal Air Force 156480 working a terminating service from Whitehaven. Departing now is a Northern Trains Class 156. I believe he's off to Middlesbrough. Nope, he is working the 1449 Northern Train service to Nunthorpe. The Pendolino still has a road, so he should now be due ready to leave. 156447 bound for Nunthorpe. And here is the Pendolino. 39127. Definitely does look like it's going to rain, so probably for the rest of this film I will stay underneath this canopy here. That's not too far away. Nameplate. Next stop will be Oxenholme Lake District. $39127 working a service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. Arriving in now is your 1501 LNER Azuma service from Inverness to London King's Cross. this should cross over with the 1506 London King's Cross 2 Inverness service, whereby I believe another 9 car 800. (800 109). Great stop. Arriving in now is 1506 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Inverness. 800 113. This may go through Haymarket, but it won't call there the first time. It's also now started raining. (800 113) working service to Inverness from London King's Cross. Just gonna try and get banging. That could be the thumbnail. Also worth getting a good picture of 156480. There's the stopping Azuma. Departing now is your 1503. Oh, that's blurry. Sorry for the intense blur there, but yeah, departing now is your 1503 LNER Azuma service from Inverness to London King's Cross, and arriving in now is an Avanti West Coast 390 Pendolino, bound for London Euston. 800 109 working service to London King's Cross from Inverness. And there's the Pendolino. Probably already seen this Pendolino. 390 136. Excellent. Departing now is 156480, working a service to Whitehaven, side area at Carlisle. Departing now will be your, I'm not sure what time this Pendolino is, 156480 is off to Whitehaven. Here's the Pendolino. This will be working your 1507 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston via Birmingham New Street. It's also worth noting, as most of them don't, this one does, for some strange reason. (391.36) is leading the proceedings. Now I've got the green off that LNER Azuma from Inverness left. Next calling point will be Penrith for the North Lakes. Got a nameplate on this side, thankfully. City of Coventry. This is a repeat. We're getting repeat Pendolinos. And speaking of Pendolinos, arriving in now is another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino. But that'll be working your heavily delayed 1453 Avanti West Coast service to Edinburgh Waverley from London Euston. City of Coventry 39136 working service to London Euston. Pendolino's had a change of minds. I believe he was due to platform 1, but he's now driven on platform number 3. And he was always driven on 3. I believe it's being worked by a 9 car 390. 390-010 says it's being worked by a 9 car. The next calling point of this service will be Motherwell, then Glasgow Central. Got another nameplate on this one, Cumbrian Spirit, which is currently the county we're in, because Carlisle falls in Cumbria. 390-010 Spirit Cumbria working service to Glasgow Central. From Glasgow? No, I think he's going to Glasgow. I'll have a look. I Can't remember already. No, Edinburgh, I think. Yeah, he's working service 2. Edinburgh, Waverley, from London, Euston. Oh, no, I'm being an idiot again. Next service is Edinburgh. This is Glasgow, yeah. This is working in service 2, London, to Glasgow Central from London. Arriving in now on platform number 4 is your delayed 1502 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Edinburgh Waverley. 39126. So now this is bringing some plans with it. The calling point of this service will be Haymarket, then Edinburgh. Three 9126 working service to Edinburgh Waverley from London Euston. Also departing shortly is to be a 1519 Northern train service to Nottingham via Sheffield and Leeds. Okay, good, we'll get a good shot of that. Departing now is your 1519 Northern train service and your Avanti West Coast service to Edinburgh. Off go the 158 is bound for Nottingham via Sheffield and Leeds. It's got a long 4-hour and 40-minute journey all the way into Nottingham. (158.861) is at the front if you need reminding, and on the back we have 158.868. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern train service, I believe for a dual pair of Northern trains 158s. That's gone along the Sutton Carlisle line. And also arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 397 working a service to Glasgow Central. 158.816 is on the front of this. Yep, this will be working your Manchester Airport to Glasgow Central service. 158.845 is on the back of this. And here's the Transpennine Express Class 397 working service from Liverpool, actually no, Manchester Airport to Glasgow Central. 397009. Okay, I think a lot of people have been drinking on this service. I mean, they probably have to put up with Glasgow. Sorry Glasgow, I'm sure you're beautiful. I've never been. But 397009 working a service to Glasgow Central from Manchester Airport. Oh, and departing now is the Transpennine Express service to Liverpool Lime Street from, I believe, Edinburgh Waverley. 397001 has came back. Yeah, from Glasgow Central to Liverpool Lime Street. If anyone's been on a Transpennine 297, let me know how they are. Are they the same as the other Novas or the 185s, or are they just a bit unique? Anyway, off it goes, bound for Liverpool Lime Street. Arriving in now are a dual pair of Northern Trains Class 158, working the service bound from Nunthorpe. 158.851 is at the front of this. With 158.842. Also arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 802 working a service from Edinburgh to Manchester Airport. Departing now is a 1533 Transpennine Express service to Liverpool Lime Street. 802.211 from Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. Only if we were in the days where 225 sets were getting dragged here, HSTs, and also we had the Voyagers. People may not have liked the Voyager, but it's still called spot. 802-211 to Manchester Airport from Glasgow, Edinburgh Waverley. Pass through now for our second and I believe final freight train of the day will be a GBRF Class 66 working a service from Heaton East Yard to Carlisle North Yard. This is not the Heaton near Newcastle, this is the Heaton I believe near, I think it was Murfield or Brickhouse. 66702. Blue Lightning. If you are enjoying the rest of the video here at Carlisle with the East Coast Mainline diverts, then I hope you are, because this literally does not happen very often. We have got 2 more diverts before I have to get my train home, and if we're lucky, we might, I'm not saying will, we might have a bit of standing time at York, so there might be a Trains at York video. 66702 to Carlisle North Yard. Arriving in now is another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, working a service to London Euston from, I believe, Glasgow Central. 39123. Also arriving in now is another Northern Trains 156 from Whitehaven. 156449. Yep, he is from Whitehaven, and the Pendolino is also from Glasgow. One 56449, terminating here at Carlisle from Whitehaven. Departing now is your 1548 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. Worked by 39123. Have a nice 2-turn from the driver there, thank you very much. Next stop will be Penrith. There was also due to be a journey video, but due to I'm running out of storage problems, that's not going to be happening, I'm afraid. So I sincerely apologise for the journey video. That's not going to happen. Believe it or not, 128 gigabytes when you spend most of the day here at Carlisle is actually pretty difficult. Off goes 39123, working a service to London Euston from Glasgow. Departing now, be 1554 Northern Train service starting here at Carlisle heading to Nunthorpe. This was detached from the previous 158, so you've now gone from a 4-car 158 to a 2-car 158 now. That's a heaving train for 2 cars to Nunthorpe. 158847 to Nunthorpe starting here at Carlisle. Arrived in now is your 15, I think, I know it's delayed, but I'm not sure when it was due in. Your 1550 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Glasgow Central with 39131. Got a nameplate on this one as well. City of Liverpool. (39131) to Glasgow Central from London Euston. Departing now is 39131, and there is 390040. Working a service from Edinburgh to London Euston, I believe. Yep, 1603 from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. Departing now shortly should be 1603 Avanti West Coast service from Edinburgh to London Euston with 390040. Also arriving in behind should be the 1603 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. Request 390040. This calling point, I believe, is Penrith for the North Lakes. Yep, and here is the 1603 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. It's mad to think how many Pendolinos we see during, I'm going to say, quite lengthy day. Sorry, I have not gone to the ScotRail area. It just hadn't piqued my interest. I've enjoyed it here and also on over there. Also, if the guy watching this has made it this far, the Geordie that I was speaking to, what is it? He was trying to make 800-106 to make it back here, to then just keep going back and forth during these diverts. Yeah, shout out goes to the Geordie guy I was speaking to. He'll know who he is if he makes it this far. Here is the Avanti Pendolino to Glasgow Central, 390-104. Also arriving in shortly should be the heavily delayed 1554 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley on platform number 1. Next calling point, Motherwell, and then Glasgow Central. 390-104 off to Glasgow Central from London Euston. Arriving in now are a dual pair of LNER Azumas working a service from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley, formed of a 10-car Azuma, 800-206. This has came from London this morning. This has came from Edinburgh this morning. This is the one I saw at York while I was waiting for my train at London King's Cross. If it's the right 001. 800-206, 801-102. This is the right one. 3 operators here at Carlisle. Just need a Transpennine, that'd be a stunning photo. Yeah, these have came from Edinburgh this morning and they've gone back to London and they're here. Oh. 102 with 800-206 to Edinburgh Waverley from London King's Cross. Won't be the best picture, but it's a picture. Off goes the Pendolino bound for Glasgow Central from London Euston. And off goes a dual pair of Northern Trains 158 going to Leeds, I believe. Yeah, working a 1607 Northern Train service to Leeds. Don't mind if I do, just gonna go through there. It's a little gap, well not really a gap, you have to climb for a fence to get through what I just did. 158845 is at the front. And 158816 is on the rear. Arriving in now is a Transpennine Express Class 397 working a service from Preston to Glasgow Central. 397-003. This got cancelled between Liverpool Lime Street and Preston due to apparently a late arrival of the inbound service, so this service was running late. They're are mostly reserved, but there's literally no one on this train. I've got 397 bound for Glasgow Central from Preston. Departing now will be your 1616 Northern train service to Whitehaven, starting here at Carlisle. One 156-449 to Whitehaven, starting here at Carlisle. Arriving in now is your delayed 1617 Transpennine Express service from Preston to Edinburgh. 802-201. So the first 802 ever made. I'm going to imagine mostly seat reservations, but this one's been taken around most of the journey because it did not start from Liverpool or Manchester. 802-201 working a service to Edinburgh Waverley from Preston. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern Trains Class 158 from Nunthorpe. 158-817. Just the single 158, terminating in from Nunthorpe here at Carlisle. After spending about, I believed, about maybe 3 or 4 hours there, on the move now from that empty platform at Carlisle is 158-870. That's going to work a service into platform 6 at Carlisle. Also behind is a Transpennine Express 397 working a service from Manchester to Manchester Airport from, I believe, Edinburgh. You have Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport. On the move again is 158-870. Going into platform number 6. And arriving in now on platform number 3 is your 1638 LNER Zuma service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. This is going to be our second to last divert, because I'm getting the 1728 home into York. There's the Transpennine. Oh, that's a good picture in my eyes. Looks better in person, but I mean, you guys aren't here. Imagine though, every one of my viewers came to Carlisle right before Scotland. I mean, if you ever do find yourself near Scotland or in Scotland in like Glasgow or Edinburgh, come here. It's even worth it without the LNER diverts. Speaking of LNER diverts, arriving in now is your 1638 LNER Zuma service from Edinburgh to London King's Cross. I don't think I've had a picture of... Oh, off they go. I think I'm coupling. I believe this is worked by a 10-car LNER Zuma. Either that or it'll be 9 carriages, I'm not too sure. Oh. Not often you see a 397 and a Zuma next to each other. (801-110). This is my train this morning from York to Carlisle here this morning. Oh, hey, one-pack train from Edinburgh as well. On the move now is our Transpennine 397 to Manchester Airport, 397-006. getting quite dim here because of the lighting. 397 working a service to Manchester Airport from Glasgow Central. Departing now will be your 1638 LNER Azuma service from Edinburgh Waverley to London King's Cross. Looking the 1638 service. He'll be on diesel mode from here to Newcastle. Nice Ilkley from the driver there, thank you very much. I believe it's an Ilkley, 801110. What a legend. I didn't even ask him. I'm being brutally honest, I actually did not ask him. This is the same set from this morning. 801110 with 800-204, I think it actually is. This is the set that brought me in this morning from York. It started its journey in Leeds, but he's now going into London for the first time today. (204) working a service to London King's Cross from Edinburgh Waverley with a legend driver. Thank you very much if you are watching this. Arriving in now is a terminating Northern train service from Whitehaven, 156468. (156.468) working a terminating service from Whitehaven. Passing through now are a quadrupled lot of GBRF Class 66s from Carlisle Kingsmore to Doncaster Down Decoy. All worked by GBRF 66s. At the front we have 66702 from this morning or afternoon, I can't remember. Not on the road. Blue Lightning. Got the Biffa 66 here, got the orange and blue GBRF 66 as well. These came to a stop. Departing now is 1652 Northern train service to Middlesbrough, starting here at Carlisle. 158870 is finally in passenger service again after a very long time. It has been running, but not really. 158817 in Middlesbrough. I believe he's going via Newcastle. 158817 to Middlesbrough. Departing now would be your, here it is, the B Pendolino, your delayed 1648 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston for the 390-001. B together, haha, funny. And he's going to Glasgow. I doubt that. I think he's going to London Euston. 390-001, B together, bound for London Euston from Glasgow Central. Arriving in now, yet again, is another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, working the delayed 1652 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. 390-046. Oh, 66 beginning of the road, now ready to leave. Come on, Pendolino, come on, Pendolino. Pan the camera around because I can. 390-046, bound for Glasgow Central. Off go the quadruple lot of GBRF 66s from Carlisle to Doncaster. 66702, Blue Lightning at the front. green now. 66702 Blue Lightning. Wascosa 66720. The Flying Dustman 66783. And Major John Point 66764. I have to go back for Doncaster. We would usually see that, but I'm not going to Doncaster this evening. Arriving in now for our last train towards London will be the 1710 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston, 391.35. We've made it that far into the video that it's now Saturday ending. But we have one more diver and two more Pendolinos, I believe. Let me have a look on real-time trains. So yeah, this is the, hold on, need to refresh it. We'll have this service to Whitehaven, and then we'll have this to London Euston. We have a service from Edinburgh to Edinburgh from London Euston, and then we have a special LNER Azuma to Aberdeen. You may think, CRG Transport, what one is it? It may or may not be 800-104 or 800-106. It's coast. Anyways, oh, that's fine, lie. The Pendolino is now arriving on platform number 1. For people who have made it this far, I don't know how long the video is, but I can imagine it is stupidly long. If it is stupidly long, I will split it into 2 parts. But this video will take a while to go out, I am afraid. I believe this is being hauled by an 11 car, Avanti West Coast Pendolino. And the LNER Azuma should be on the way. Due in literally a minute's time. It sadly is. I looked and the environmental friendly Pendolino is due in, but it will be when I get into York this evening. 391.51 is on this. This is the final service that's actually going towards and ending at Edinburgh Waverley. This was going to be the final train, but it's clear to say now this will be the final train. I'm just going to look and see where that LNER Azuma is. So we are looking for 1 Whiskey 17. 1 Whiskey 17 approaching. 391.51, looking at service to Edinburgh Waverley from London Euston. Departing now will be your 1710 Avanti West Coast service from Glasgow Central to London Euston. Off goes the Edinburgh service. And 391.35 get his preparation ready to leave. Sadly, no tones off Pendolinos today, I believe. Actually, I can't. Oh no, tones off Pendolinos from this morning. Off goes the 1710 Northern Train service to Whitehaven, starting here at Carlisle. After these 2 trains leave, we'll have our final train of the day, which will be the delayed 1708 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Aberdeen. .391.35, I can't remember the number of the 156, but off they go to Whitehaven and London Euston. Arriving in now for our final train of the day is going to be the delayed 1708 LNER Azuma service from London King's Cross to Aberdeen. I want to thank you all very much for watching this potential 1 or 2 part video. If it is a 1-parter, then I want to thank you all for making it all the way. This does miracles for the channel. I wouldn't say miracles for the channel, like I literally just did. This does amazing stuff for the channel. I want to thank you all very much for watching if you've made it this far into the video. Here it is coming in onto platform 3. My next video will be from Derby. Well, in real life video will be Derby on the Midland Main Line. Joining us will be Spotting Mix, I hope. Still need to try and arrange a date. But we will be seeing the 125 group HST Jubilong 800-106. Trotsky's apparently favourite Pendolino. I'll put a Pendant Azuma. Next stop will be Edinburgh Waverley, and then we'll go onwards towards Haymarket. We'll actually stop at Haymarket. But thank you all very much for watching this video. Like I say, if you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, as it does help the channel significantly by a lot. So thank you very much for watching 800-106. So from me here at Carlisle Railway Station on the West Coast Main Line, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.